Welcome back, everyone. I'm Stephanie Ard, the Social Sciences Librarian at the Marks Library. Today I'm going to show you how to use the database Project Muse. To find Project Muse, start on the Marks Library homepage. Click on the link that says Databases and Dereference. Then you can click on P for Project Muse. Click on the link for Project Muse. This database looks different from the other EBSCO databases, such as OneSearch or SocialIndex, so it might take some time to get used to using it. The good news is, Project Muse is completely full text, so any articles you find you'll be able to read right away. On the home page, you'll notice a single search box. I'm going to ignore this box and instead click on the small blue link that says Searching at the top. This is going to give me multiple boxes, so I can use one box for each search term. Another box can be added if necessary. If you're not sure how to identify your search terms, visit our Research Starter page, which I've linked underneath this video. I'm going to use the same example that I used in the previous video, so you can see how this search looks in a different database. Again, make sure to come up with as many related terms as possible so you have options when it comes to searching. I'm going to start with the first column: teenagers, dating, and Facebook. I'm going to tick the box that says Only content I have access to. I can also decide what kind of source I want. If I want books and all kinds of articles, I can click both of these. But if I only want journal articles, I can tick that box. Next, you'll see lots of other ways to limit, such as publisher, series, journal, author, language, research area, but I'm going to ignore all these and scroll to the bottom where it says publication year. Since I'm writing about social media, I'm going to limit to the last 10 years. This will get rid of anything that was published before then. Once I do this, it will automatically submit the search. If your first search doesn't find what you need, don't panic. That's why you have multiple search terms to try. I'm going to revise my search and replace teenagers with adolescents. Everything else will stay the same. If I still don't find what I need, I can keep changing out search terms. For instance, I could replace Facebook with social media. I'm going to put social media in quotes to keep those two words together. If changing search terms doesn't work, I can also use Boolean operators. For a discussion of Boolean operators, check out the previous video starting at the 3-minute mark. The Boolean operators are a little different in Project Muse than in the EBSCO databases. Put the words you want to OR in the same box, and then choose OR from the drop-down on the right-hand side. So I'm going to put dating and romance in this box and then select OR. If you want to get rid of a term, you can add a new box and select Not. This is going to search for adolescence and dating and social media, but it's also going to search for adolescence and romance and social media, so you're doing two searches at once. You can use the limiters to filter by subject area, but be careful since you could accidentally get rid of useful articles. So for instance, you might choose social sciences, but you might miss out on an excellent source provided in a psychology or communication journal. Once you find a useful article, click on the title to read it. Here's one about Tumblr. That's a social media platform I didn't consider before. Remember that Project Muse is full text, so everything you find you'll be able to access right away. Notice there are footnotes on the right-hand side, as well as an option to view various citation styles. Now you're all set to start using Project Muse. Remember, this database is different from the ones you've used before, so spend some time learning how to search. And remember, if you need help, send me an email or give me a call. Happy searching!